Google has other products besides search, including what is my choice for mapping software, obviously, Google Maps. I don't care what platform I'm using. I use a lot of Google Maps, and I tend to think Google Maps is one of the most underrated apps. People just take it for granted. They're just like, life before Maps. I mean, fun from an adventure standpoint. Of course, the youngsters listening, they're like, what are you talking about, life before? What are you saying, what is life before Google? Google Maps? No, it existed. And I'm talking,
we had physical maps.
There were different stages. So you had physical maps at one point, or you had the map books, which my dad had in the car when I was young. Yeah. The yellow ones, you remember those?
Yeah.
And it would have, I guess, the most current mapping that you could have in a book. And you would go on a trip, and maybe you would pick up. Here? That was what my dad had. Will's showing off an ancient mapping. But you know what? I always liked maps.
Yeah.
Those map books. I always liked them. So anyway, so we had that, and then we moved from that to the MapQuest era, which was you print a paper map of your trip beforehand because you weren't going to be connected to mapping software once you left.
Yeah.
And then you got the navigation in the car, which came before the smartphone penetration. So like, you would have you remember TomTom and Garmin and these various. But anyway, Google Maps is the way it is right now. Got a little sidetrack there. Google Maps is the way it is right now, and they're making it even better than it's ever been by increasing the level of street level detail in a handful of cities for now, but increasingly this will roll out to even more cities. You're talking about enhanced graphical representation of sidewalks, crosswalks, pedestrian islands, and street side flora.
Oh.
You know what flora is, Willie Do? Yeah, that's plants and whatnot.
Oh.
For the time being, you can experience the enhanced Google Maps in the central London region, Tokyo, San Francisco, and New York. And we're going to see more cities jumping in there real soon. This is important not just for people trying to enjoy a rich map, but also for people that are potentially traveling in a wheelchair or with a stroller and need to know exactly what type of sidewalk and path they're about to interact with. Is it dirt? I need to know this detail right now. So that's pretty cool. You're right.